Anti-Amalek game was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good game. I enjoyed that one. All right, now it's getting real. I'm playing this video game this time around.
Yes.
Versus Shimbalama, the victor of today's tournament. Champions are versing each other because I won the last tournament. He's now winner of this one. So.
All good.
Phone's ringing.
You got the right setup, or is it? You want to answer it? Who is it?
Tis father. I shall call him back afterwards.
Right. Let's go.
Or dad, the dad, as it is in my phone book.
Yeah. Maybe he's just congratulating you on an excellent night of casting.
Oh yeah, I was watching that game.
Yeah.
Dante vs Amalek. I was a big fan.
Pretty close.
Should not go Archer first. Strat, boys. Strat.
Yes. Yeah. You should definitely go Archer first, because Archer could 1v1 the first lot of creeps.
Boosting out the factory. That's what pros do.
This is the other strat, which still, you know, is very metal efficient for the early game. Because you start off the game with a fair chunk of metal, you want to spend that. You always want to be around 0.
I forgot to pause this. I normally pause that more, but I forgot.
Otherwise, it's it's metal that you should have invested into the game. Why isn't it invested into the game? Fairly standard opener, nothing too weird. Third NG you should be completing about now. You can do it now if he wants to. Yeah, it has done actually, yeah. So the third NG is going to be coming out. Third NG is probably the most important one. Anything past third NG is a little bit weird.
It's useful because when you're capping in like different directions, you're really sort of spreading out. You know, where you're capping the left, right, and middle.
Yeah.
And then you generally want another engineer building quantum relays and such in your base.
Yeah, I generally find
like
with this map, like
here,
4 engineers pretty early is fairly important. Just because like you capture a lot of points, especially in the kind of front section of this map. You got so much to do, and like as well as building armories and things like that. It's a very busy engineer map because of how close the points are to your nexus, or at least the initial points are. Like there are a lot of points between you and your opponent essentially. Doesn't mean the map's any bigger, but the distance point to point isn't that much, and there are a lot of capping routes, so having active engineers is important, therefore you need more. You need a different amount of engineers map to map, it's very dependent. Definitely want to get to a point where you can just infinitely produce engineers. It's a really interesting capping order from Shimbalama. Generally, you don't see players invest in that central point that early. I generally bait for it. It is quite important because it's a quadruple metal point, so it's important that you do capture it, but generally it's just not this early, so it's going to get scattered now. So will just be frigates.
Oh, he doesn't actually have much there.
Forward position. More assemblies going to be coming down. Yeah, you're not investing a lot if you're going in that direction, whereas Machine's going for, I'd say, what's the more standard capping order when you have multiple factories is that you send one wave of frigates down a side of the map and another wave of frigates on the other side of the map. Much more stock standard. You tend not to make any pressure towards the middle of the map, like along the edges. It's normally only towards the quadruple metal. And eventually you start pressuring the sides and looking for flanks on your opponent's production. So early scouting is quite important as well.
It's an annihilator. So I'll get it in. What's next?
Good composition.
I also like getting a Smarty just so he doesn't use any nasty spawns on me.
Yeah, it's one of the worst spot to get spawned on, that point, because it's a cutoff for the entire flank.
Yeah.
Provides like pressure onto your other engineers or even onto the base sector, which is essentially 2 cutoffs. So yeah, it can be a pain in the butt. So it's good to preemptively invest in these defenses, I think. And Machine definitely isn't behind here, even though Shimbalama has the triple metal in the middle. It just means more Athena production, which will be enough to take out the defenses. This is a strat I've used before, though. It can be very potent, assuming you cap behind it, which Shimbalama isn't doing. He's being nice and active in terms of capping up the sides, and also providing a sizable force in the middle of the map to make sure he doesn't just get pressured with cruisers, which puts you in a bad position. The biggest threat here for Machine is actually getting pushed by Shimbalama's army through the middle. It's obviously a pretty short rush distance between Shimbalama's middle and the Machine's economy.
I'll probably do it.
Yeah. Gonna go for the constructor snipe. Probably worth, even if the defenses go down. Getting constructor snipe's really important. It will delay not only the forward defenses, it will also deny any forward extractors as well. So it could be a good move.
You do it?
To make.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, it's gonna finish as long as you get the constructor. Oh, you didn't get the
know.
constructor. Okay, so yeah, he's still good for Callum. He's picked up General Sherman new points. So or I guess more accurately, General Sherman unlucky points. So definitely that could have worked out. Happened not to.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Okay, nice smarty, nice smarty. I appreciate that. Preemptive Fury production is something both Callum and myself do. Don't want to get caught out by air pressure, especially with how Shimbalama's been playing today, with just always going air transition.
He's a big fan of that. This is outnumbered.
Yeah, I was just going to get wrecked there. It's a nice pickup for Shimbalama, especially before another week completes. Decent sized army. Depending on what comes out of the armory next, it's Athena. Zeus, double Zeus could have gotten a lot of work done, but still should trade that really well.
I can actually just take out some of his production here, that'd be quite nice.
Yeah, I should trade it. Should really be the issue. Push on the right hand side. Respond to that? Or? There we go. The Smarty's going to be enough. I'm pretty sure that Smarty dies here. Okay. Solid counter harassment from the machine pushing down into the production. Every assembly you snipe makes it more difficult. Even with one armor cruiser here, it's
the enemy has
trading
captured
fairly well.
a region.
He's got these turning points though, which is not good. Now, I should have been keeping track of where the rest of his production was.
Push through the middle. You don't have all the economy in the world, but you don't have the production to match it. It's an issue. So, I see Shimbalama continuing his own pressure. The machine doesn't matter how much production he has if he doesn't have the economy to support it.
Quantum upgrade installed.
I'm gonna counter to that. Do you have another pad in the air you can use to fly over and check production, or not really doing much up the top?
Oh wow, he's got a fair bit of air units.
The enemy has captured a region.
Actually might need more.
It'll be close. If he goes for one of your points, you should probably trade it.
Bastard. You.
Aha! Force to use that orbital. By sneaking through one martyr. Good play from Shimbalama. Setting up a nice defensive position. Good to see. Just continually siphoning down the production is definitely the right choice. I don't think we have the.
He's got an annihilator up there.
Okay, another assembly bites the dust. I like it. Okay, here's the air units. Here are the air units.
Quantum upgrade installed.
Just darted in and out. Yeah, nice play, nice play, nice play.
More
Let's do that.
logistics.
Nice micro. So darted in and out and just taking out the Punishers one by one, as opposed to just trading them all out against the Dominators is the better way to play. I'm going to deny, this would be really brutal. I'm going to deny this, so I'm probably not going to. Oh no, nice, the Zeus whip gets, I didn't think that was going to happen. So construction gets denied, that means no amplifiers. Machine's starting to go for amplifiers of his own now. Fix up the logistics. He won't be able to build any more units, that's also important, but he's managed to consolidate the position that he has, and Shimbalama, as we saw before, was behind in production. So, provided he's in going for like a Dreadnought or something, it's not in a bad position.
Okay.
Hardest for us is just put your leaps and bounds ahead when it comes to taking out defenses. Even just one, just a ridiculous amount of damage. Okay, Furies are trading now. Let's see. Just for these punishes get taken down. Llama, I think he's going to pull back from this. Okay, nice. Pull back. That was the intelligent move. Good to see. Still will need more Furies from the machine at some point.
No, keep capping it.
For every punish, if they get sniped here, it's good. If the punishes are going down, that means there's no pressure onto these extractors. Even if the Furies aren't trading perfectly, but yeah, the machine really needs to just consolidate his position, especially on the right-hand side. Just gets more radioactives. If he gets both of these radioactive points connected, then he'll be in a good spot. Because it means he can invest into probably a second Sky Factory and more Fury production. He's going to get caught out here. As we see some more constables going down or upgraded. This is upgraded air defenses. The next squadron of Punishers and Dominators can get a lot of work done. Pretty sure Shimbalama didn't reinvest into assemblies very quickly as well. Remembering the machine snipe now probably like 5 assemblies or something ridiculous, so puts him in a really good position, especially when Shimbalama was investing in a lot of defenses. So while I'd say that Shimbalama definitely has the air pressure, it doesn't mean that he has. I don't think he has a ground pressure at all.
I've also got a couple of amplifiers. I don't know if he does. I guess he probably will.
He has them, yeah. He's been going for them. So, so machine here, I'd even scan like his base. When it comes to StarCraft 2, I'm the machine scan guy. And I say, hey, you should probably scan this area, machine. I think you might have something. I think machine should probably scan his main here, like where there's no orbital nullification to see if there's like a dread launch. Or the advanced assembly will be
what is it?
So.
Maybe no either.
You should scan.
The enemy has captured a region.
I'll just fly something over.
Don't do that either. Maybe you should do something. With scan is, I mean that in a very general sense of the word, but
yeah.
Okay, nothing too bad so far. You never know.
Man, what is this? The spread out production is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's odd.
I can finally get optimized now. Got one here too.
Yeah, this is good. This is where recapturing your territory really comes in. Like going for a few cases is nice. A bunch of defenses and stuff makes it much harder to push through, especially when you have the ground advantage. Also consolidating your forces now that Shimbalama has some ground. Just making sure you're always taking mini engagements. It's a really good play by machine. As you can see, like defenses are all great, but they just get countered so hard by artillery cruisers, as they should be. You know, the dedicated counter unit.
That's what I really want is there's a couple of falcons around.
Yeah.
Constables don't do much on their own.
Not enough metal.
I think it should just be Furies, dude. I think your biggest weakness now is anti-air. Maybe if he is going Dreadnought in his base, which I don't think he is, but it's possible.
We have captured a generator.
Double trinium now in the hands of the machines. Turn this one around quite nicely. Artemis Micro certainly on point. I'm learning stuff here. I'm learning. I just want to see more Furies now. More Furies. Nothing but Furies.
This has been harassed for a while.
Captured a generator.
Oh, we took that back? What? Oh no, pulverizer.
There's a chunk of army. Oh, production.
Somebody say production snipe.
Yeah, this is going to be nasty. All this production goes down again. Pretty brutal.
Quantum
Upgrade as well. Always important to be sweating the quanta. This is pretty brutal, this game.
Oops.
Oh wow, it's all gonna go down. Oh no, it's double starburst. She barely has anything. There's some Furies up here though to deal with those
Our
Punishers.
nexus
they-
is under attack.
Oh no, they're all down anyway. All the production's dead. Wow.
Hell?
I think it was just a Punisher. There's still a Punisher there.
Okay, clean that up. Alright, I gotta get more production now because I've actually got a fair bit of money.
Yeah, it's looking good.
And I'm getting even more anti.
Grunting is not a bad thing. You get that counter point back as well, so you're bleeding him.
Oh yeah.
Both counter points back actually. Or you just kill him.
Yeah, for that.
The enemy has captured a
Los
region.
que nada dos.
They do have a jam over there, which is good. Should have to get more counter as well. Dude, he's got a jammer here? No. Yeah, his income should be pretty
The
small at
enemy
this
has
point.
captured a region.
Ooh, nullifier I can snipe. I don't know if you can deal with this though. Jammed. GG!
Nice.
Aha!
Cool. Well played, dude. That's pretty impressive.
Blake freaking machine out. Man. Whew. I had the Falcons too, so he couldn't even push me with his air units.
Yeah, I was honestly a little bit scared that he was going Dreadnought there, because I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like there was a gap in his income, in his economy there, where he could have done. Because like, where's all that?
Wow, he
going
had a
at?
lot more than I
Like
did.
you were, that's what I mean. Like you were trading. I didn't think you were trading that well. I think you were trading well. But I didn't think you were trading that well. Maybe it's because of all the the upgraded defenses or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Can you look at his
I guess
base,
he
or,
went
like,
a few
can you look at
heavy
his base?
annihilate. Oh no, I can't, unfortunately. He had yeah, a lot of heavy annihilators. He had more quanta. That's probably it too. He had a lot of quanta there.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised there wasn't
Yeah.
any drone swarms.
Yeah, I just felt like there was a gap for one Dreadnought in his economy there.
Yeah.
I was feeling that, but apparently not. I mean,
He wouldn't have quit if he had a dreadnought.
yeah,
more.
no, I mean probably not. Or maybe it was the wrong Dreadnought.
Or maybe he
or
was just
something.
floating because I kept
Yeah.
sniping
Maybe
his
he was floating,
production.
yeah.
I think that was really crucial. I got
Yeah.
3 armories there and then a 4th one later
Yeah.
on, and I just kept sniping
Assemblies,
his assemblies. Yeah, building assemblies on the map too far out isn't good, especially as substrate, because the thing is with the assemblies, it produces both frigates and cruisers,
Yeah.
so it's a lot more flexible. You can swap
probably snipe,
compositions. But
yeah.
the downside for that is that they're actually quite fragile, especially compared to the PHC production. So you can definitely punish a substrate player by prioritizing their production over their economy, which is what I did that
It was
game.
good, yeah. That's kind of what I was saying to chat. It was because he hit a nice economic stride at the same time he sniped his production. So
Yeah.
it would have been in a really dodgy spot.
Yeah.
I think it also forced him to invest into air, because all he had left were his aviaries.
Yeah.
All he had left were aviaries, and then he just had to hard invest into air units, which you then killed because you had lots of constables and furies, and you traded really well with the furies. So I think that was part of it. So yeah, it was as he hit that economic spike, you wrecked him because you.
I guess he also invested a fair bit in Punishers too, which didn't do a lot.
No, not compared to how he used them in other games. But
Oh well, that was a fun game.
Nice, well played.
And,
GG.
thank you for commentating that. I think that I was focused really hard.
yeah,
so
I know
was,
you were busy, so yeah. So I
Yeah.
wasn't distracting you with my
No.
speaking and stuff. But
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours now. We did 4 rounds of the tournament, and we did 2 fun games, and then I played a match now for Shimbalama. So these games, not all of them, they're the best ones though. Certainly this one, because it was a nice game. That'll be up on the Stardock YouTube channel and maybe even our own YouTube channel at some point. So cheers, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, and we should stream again next fortnight for the next tournament. It is running every fortnight now. So if anyone here is watching isn't in the Discord, then do join the Ashes Discord, though I suspect you already are. And that's it. See you next time. Thanks.
thank you.